Well, I guess this is what I get. I ain't got much battery, but as much as I hate to do this, after looking at information on the internet, I'm going to take this head off and install it for the 6th time. I hope I might take it off. I don't break any bolts or anything that threaten me with the bolts. So I got bolts on order. Actually, they're in. I need to go pick up bolts and a head gasket. I'm going to put bolts and a head gasket on it. After all this, look at this. Man. The motor mount's the only thing that needs to go on there.
Out there and do some more though.
And a radiator hose.
Turn the key tomorrow.
Some bolts in the oil pan. And start it. I'm taking it apart again. I am taking it apart again.
I'm not sure about how
I kind of thought, well, the next guy.
Last time I had a camera watching myself. It doesn't matter though. If you screw it up, you can't take it apart.
I mean, you gotta worry about overheating and stuff. You know?
Fucking bolts, man.
I say.
I should have left it.
And
I shouldn't have.
At least I got it done.
I should have just left it. See what happens.
And like this. If I did it once, that's just do it again.
Little anger going on.
Alright. How cracking is that? Gotta get my glasses on.
It's like $100 and $20 more hours of working on this son of a bitch.
Bolts that are in the
Why? I don't know.
water pump are a huge headache.
Cars just ain't what they used to be. You used to be able to use all the hand bolts, you know, just use them on.
An hour and a half of sticking with it.
You didn't overheat it, then throw the gasket back in there, it's good.
Pulley keeps falling off. And then
cars made in Korea. Who thought of that idea? After getting cars from Japan, man. Shit.
come on, but it's a lot easier to go on. But I know how to get them on now, though.
Chicken George is on live over there. And we need to get that guy a laptop. Definitely need to get him a laptop. I need a place to broadcast.
Oh, I can get this plate off.
Pardon me.
You guys know I think.
Oh, pardon me. Oatsy. Yeah, Chicken George is broadcasting a little while ago. It's got some painting going on, man. Makes me kind of think about painting. Some painting.
Tells me there's going to be no screwing around this time. Okay. How long did this take me last time? I probably spent half an hour.
I know how long it takes.
Half an hour dicking around with this.
20 hours. Oh, that.
There you go. 5 minutes. It's going to be more intense work.
20 hours. Change fucking head gasket on that.
I got no reason for slowing down. There's no reason to figure out how to get this on or how to get this off.
Is it 20?
There's no question as to what to do
25,
with the
4
bolts
hours.
once I take it off.
3
Water
days.
pump. 1, 2, 3. 1,
3 8-hour days to probably do it.
2, 3. And more, I'm not going to be messing with the camera. And I probably won't be recording. And
I didn't record. I should have though. I wish I would have, but I don't. I don't care. Whatever I did is what I did. You can't change it, damn it. If you look at the video and say, oh gosh, I screwed that bolt up, I didn't put the 90 on there. I put it on the wrong one or something. You went out, wrong order. You got out of order there, missed one or something. Even if you saw it on a recording, you can't pull the bolts back out and change it because they're stretched. You can't pull the gasket out and reuse it because it's flattened already. That's what they say. I think they're full of shit. I'm
not getting a radio out here. I turned on the radio and stopped recording.
I think the Kia is a cool car. I think it's built cool, except for some parts issue. That's one. Metal head gasket and
two. I'm not taking the
TTY
water
bolts
off of there piece by piece.
Pull the torque
bolts
bolts.
out, and I'm
Tighten the torque.
Because I know where they are now. I know how to get to it.
Hell yeah, man. Cooking meth, right.
That's a whole lot of hoses. I don't want.
So on these fucking career cars, the parts, man. I don't like the parts issue.
About the camera.
I'd rather fucking deal with parts on an American-made Ford. Ford or
Camera slows
Chevy.
me down, man.
I want parts to be a hassle, and I don't want them to be outrageously expensive because they come from fucking Korea and they don't even come from Korea.
This shit is done. It's ready to fucking
They come
be
from
delivered.
Velcro, and then they're not even the same fucking spec as
it's
the damn
okay.
bolts.
Fucking put those bolts back in. Put the
They come
gasket
from
back in.
South Korea.
The car is shot anyway. Then what happens if it's fucking even more shot in a week? And I've had that happen. I've had somebody fucking do a head gasket. And 2 weeks later, it's fucking smoke out the tailpipe.
And I'm still facing 2 weeks
And
later.
then
I could have done this
like, well, that's just the way it is.
wrong. And
I did the best I could.
I don't know. It's so hard.
With the money, that I had to work with. Shit. And the time that I had to work with.
Keep track of those 20.
I understand exactly where he's fucking coming
20 times you use that wrench. Have to be 20 things in perfect order. 20 if you get out of order.
Can you remember how?
I don't know. Actually, I did get out of order. On the first one, I started on the wrong bolt, so I went backwards. Did the first round to 90s. And then I turned around and I went forwards the right direction in the second round to 90s. So I guess it probably doesn't matter whether you go backwards or forwards. As long as, starting from the middle, you can either start on the middle top, the exhaust port, or you could start on the in the middle on the intake port. One of those two. If you start on this top one, then you're gonna go to the bottom one. You're gonna X up to one of the. You're gonna X up over to this one. Up X. Okay. You start on the bottom. And your second one is the top. And if you start on the top and the second one is your bottom, you X up. If you start on the bottom and the second one is top, then you X down. So either way, the result is going to be the same. So I'm not worried about that, but I'm worried about did I miss there's the first round, that's the center. The second round, that's the two on the outside of the center. And then there's the third round. And I'm worried on the third round, did I hit? I know I did. Why would I not? I would start.
Oh.
Start. down on the bottom right corner, crossover, go down, and then crossover. I remember thinking, crossover, down, cross back. I don't know why I would do it any other way.
You know what?
Unless you did it down,
You know what?
crossover,
I don't even have to take that off.
and
What
then
am I
back,
doing?
crossover, back, over, or down, crossover, back. See, I don't know. I
don't
fucked that up and went down, because I don't know why I would, because I know it always goes from that one this way. I did a read down, crossover, back. That still would be not quite as good as crossover, down, and crossover. Would not be as good as that.
How fast can I do a head gasket?
But I don't know, because I didn't record it. But I think I did. I think I went.
Half an hour for taking off the serpentine belt.
No, it's not crossover. Yeah, it's down.
And
Crossover. Oh, that's right.
idle bearing, which I'll show you the idle bearing.
It's down.
Same thing was wrong with the idle bearing.
And
The
then
same thing
back.
was wrong with this idle
Four
bearing.
bolts.
It's
Down.
also wrong with a different fashion, but it's wrong
Crossover
with
and back.
the tensioner.
I did that. That's why I remember looking at it and thinking, this is weird. You're going to have two crossovers. It doesn't.
Out of the back.
One.
This one's in the motor mount bracket. No.
Down.
Where's my
Crossover.
pizza
Back.
boxes?
Down the exhaust. Across. Opposite cross. Diagonal to the
front
intake. And then back to the left. Final intake. That's what I did. It's on there right.
No. Power steering line
Feel
back
good about that.
of head. That one.
That's a good
Right
sign.
there. Yeah,
I
another
figured
one
it
in the, so I got to fill the pizza boxes back up.
So I remember looking at it thinking, you just went down and over.
Man, that's weird how they had those
You just went
igniters
down and over.
No, I
Back,
did not
make
have
a big
cigarette.
Z. And I thought, it should have an X. There was no X, but it shouldn't have an X. It's just a Z. I don't know why it's a Z.
Everything in reverse. Let's take off this. Let's take off
Could have done that different.
these.
I don't know, it's weird.
Take off. Spark plug igniters.
So I play this in fast forwards. Get the heck out of here. So he took off the spark plug igniters.
Okay, let's get the igniters
Let's get
first.
something.
Oh, it doesn't matter what any of this stuff is. Because I've already got it marked. I'll show you.
Okay.
You make life a little easier here.
How long? It's 36 minutes.
Why is there a screw over there?
I guess, you know, I can sit here and watch 36 minutes of Jeff being angry. Maybe. Maybe. angry, and it worries me when you start work. I broke a plug right off the bat trying to unplug something. I never break plugs, so you know I was going nervous straight. I'm putting a little piece of wire on it probably. Make sure it don't unplug, but I don't like breaking it. Anything, nothing, losing anything, no. Breaking anything, no. Fuck. But when you get nervous like this, you're like, damn it. You know, in the book it says, we just say in the book, it just says caution. They're not like extremely like, when I think caution, I think, I see caution, I think, yeah, you know, you gotta be you gotta watch this. You might, my bolts look beautiful, pristine. They don't look like any messed up ones that you see on the internet. And a lot of them you see on the internet, they're messed up. My head gasket looks pristine. They say, well, it's flattened. Oh, your bolts are stretched. They don't look stretched. They're all the same length. The threads are all perfect. I don't like this. I don't fucking like this. I'll tell you that. Where are we? Look for the caution notes. Where's the damn caution note? Oh, yeah. Actually put the head on, right? There it is. Cautions. Caution. Always use new cylinder head bolt. It doesn't say why. It doesn't say what happens if you don't. It doesn't say extremely important. Never, ever use caution. Always use new cylinder head bolt. It's like such a simple little statement. It's like, what? You're not making it sound like it's that important. So, like, if you got head bolts that look good, you know, caution. You might want to slow down. Or you might just want to, go ahead, if you feel comfortable with it.
Igniter rail.
Here's the head gasket.
Yep, that's the right one. Igniter. Yep.
Caution. Now this is true, man. I checked that filter and I was like, holy shit.
Valve cover.
Install the head gasket A on the cylinder block. No, be careful of installing the direction apply liquid upside down so after applying the sealant. Well, see, it doesn't even say that I have to use a new head gasket here. Place cylinder, install. Place this cylinder head gasket carefully, not damage gasket the bottom part of the engine. It doesn't say that I have to. It didn't say I have to. It just said new bolts. Thought about buying new bolts. This would all been perfect if I would have just bought new fucking bolts.
Work is when you know how to do something. Learning, when you're learning how to do something.
Oh, it ain't been 6 weeks.
Really slow when you're learning.
It was three.
Compared to when you're
3.5 weeks. I've been.
When you're learning, you do a little bit.
6 hours. No, you can't do it.
When you're working.
You're not going to do a head gasket on this car in 6 hours. All right? This is not a fucking old Chevy truck. All right? I can tell you that.
So,
because I know the process now, and I've gone through it, and I'm on 18 hours. I got about 4 more hours to go, and that's just solid. Start working on it and keep going. keep
The car still
working.
is junk. It's just gonna be better junk.
Believe me, I just
I'm really
got out
happy
of bed a
with
little while
Gary.
ago,
Think-
fucking sore after doing
think I know what was the problem
18
there.
hours of
Think exactly
dicking
what
with that
the
car. That
problem
including,
was.
you know, that includes driving over and getting the damn
The
gasket
cap
and
was not
bolts.
holding on to the bearing tight enough.
So I took the head off and I went over and got the gasket and the bolts and I went back home and I put
When
the
I looked at it,
fucking head back on. Yeah, I know, nice work. I don't say nice work either. I'm not gonna agree with anything anybody says, damn it.
Piston rod. What's going on with that?
I think if I do it again, the next time I will absolutely have a notebook, piece of paper with a sequence of the torque order on it.
You know what I mean, man?
And X them off. I just did number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. X them off again. 10, 9, 8.
It's way better surface than it has.
As a torque, I'm torquing the 27 pounds. 10, 9, 8, 7. Mark them all off on a piece of paper. Fucking 30 X's.
Last time I couldn't just take these out. I had to.
You just worry about whether you fucking slip once and fucking doing 30 times of this fucking wrench in the same order 30 fucking times. And then you get done and you're like, boy, I sure hope I didn't fuck anything up in there. And then you're thinking, you know, you start fucking having haunting shit. Happy St. Pat's. DJ, what's up? So I'm not happy with these bolts. I'm not happy with this car. I'd be happy, you know, if I could say, you know, I don't trust what I just did. I think I'm going to loosen all the head bolts, knock on a head with a rubber hammer a couple times, and redo them. You can't do that. You only get one chance. According to manufacturer. According to a lot of people on the internet, bullshit. And I kind of believe them. I kind of believe them in the first place. I should have just left it alone. I guess the benefit is that I've got 20 fucking head bolts and 2 gaskets now. New ones installed and old ones sitting on the shelf. I don't think there's a damn thing wrong with them anyway. So,
not sure if you can have all the.
It's weird because these bolts are supposed to stretch, and they do kind of feel right at the last. When you're torquing them, it's kind of like, whoa, what was that? Like something stretched, maybe.
Ends up just pulling off.
They're supposed to have a certain range of stretch. So
What
when
am
you
I
crank
doing
them,
it now?
they crank them where they barely stretch, and now they have a certain range more that they can stretch, I guess, and do some elastic thing before they, I don't know, before they stiffen or whatever. They're supposed to be able to float ahead. They're supposed to be able to equalize, create equilibrium. If one bolt's too tight, another bolt makes up for it or whatever. It spreads the load.
Quickly, you start getting shakes.
One bolt's too tight, then the other bolts will pull it up. If one bolt's too loose, then the other bolt will too tight. I don't know how that works. So there's all these fucking horror stories about these TTY bolts. And you see guys with a smile on their face. They just giggle and say, you know, I just fucking took the impact and torqued it down and racked it 3 times and called it good. If it comes back, you know, 20,000 miles, it comes back. So I don't know about that guy.
More problems.
But I've seen a guy set up bolts in a row and put a straight edge. And like, look at how these stretch. And yeah, they do. They go, rrr. My bolts, you set them up, they're all flat. They don't stretch. I've seen pictures of the threads all fucked up. My threads are perfect. Because the car didn't overheat. You fuck up bolts, head bolts. When a car overheats, I kind of understand, okay. You know, you really put some fucking pressure on the goddamn head bolts to warp a head or something like that when you overheat it. But if the head never's been warped, it's never overheated, never been deformed or anything, it's just been in its natural state of being,
And that lets go with the
It
plenum.
seems like you could torque those bolts right back to the same place that they were when you untorqued them.
Do I need to let go of the plenum?
And it would still have that float room for the metal gasket, which is not very fucking much for a metal gasket. Apparently a metal gasket gets flattened, doesn't have enough room for it to hold gases. Which I guess a metal gasket has got 2 or 3 layers, these have 2.
Any more light
in between the layers of the metal,
looking for stuff.
It holds the gas. It's like gas is coming from
those fires at?
like from the exhaust and from the intake, and I don't know how much takes the fucking water out. But it's almost like they say these gaskets leak, but the leak can't go anywhere because it's so sealed.
See everything like
so it's packaged. And it's like, what the fuck is? I think they're just bullshitting you trying to fucking get $100, and that's $100 is Velcro. But you know anything that's $100 with Velcro, if you get it from Kia, you just multiply it by 3. It's going to be $300 probably from Kia, and I got the wrong shit from Velcro. I had to fucking cut a washer off to make it work. They sent me one wrong fucking bolt. They sent me 8. Supposed to send me 8 and 2, and they sent me fucking 8.
Oh, no,
9. They sent me 9 and 1.
Well, I can't find damn needle nose pliers, and I'll use
2 washers. Send me an extra washer.
Rusty pair.
The washers don't come off the bolts except on 2 of them. So, and then they sent me 1. They sent me 2 washers, but only 1 bolt
everywhere
that the washer would go on. So I had to cut a washer off another one to put the other washer on to go down those 2 holes.
The hell did I do the needle nose pliers? Scissors.
I looked at Velcro's gasket.
Let's see if I can get that off without
it's all black. You can see how different materials have been used on the fucking Kia head gasket around the cylinders. There's an extra kind of a metal plating around the cylinders. Well, on the Velcro, you can't see if they've done that because they paint the whole damn thing black when they get done with it. So it's just all black painted. It's like putting a copper coat on it or something. Well, I don't know what's under there. But I've fucking seen Velcro gaskets that come out of my Toyota. It's like a fucking $20 gasket. I think it's old days, so it was like $15 gasket. And the Toyota gasket was $52. But you got the Toyota gasket, and it was practically, I think, it was pretty much all metal gasket. And the Velcro was fucking all, just pretty much all felt. And the felt is, you can see where the felt fucking failed and blew holes in it. What's going on, George, man? Going on, dude? I seen you, like, are you burning up some data over there? Did you get fucking, like, unlimited data? That'd be cool. Wish we could get you hooked up with the, we use Raylan's phone to do some hangouts, and it's kind of a hassle to watch those messages, isn't it? But it's better than nothing, man. It's good. I mean, geez, see, dude, live painting at George's place makes me thirsty. I gotta go out and fucking finish this car tonight. So I don't know, maybe I don't. Maybe I just fucking go to bed and wait for more pain to fucking go away. Then I can work in the sun. It was nice working. I don't like working at night. I do. I kind of like working at night. I don't know. It's like this. I mean, I dropped that jacket after a while. That was this morning. about 9 or 10 in the morning. And by 12 o'clock, man, I dropped that jacket. I think 12 or 1. Got pretty nice today. Are you going to do some live hangouts, George, or? What's been happening over there?
Push down.
We need to fucking build a Walmart next to your place so you can steal their internet.
Yeah. What's your fingers, but just do it.
Oh, so that's the story. That's what's going on here. That's my, what do they call them? Real life. In real life. This is my fucking IRL shit. Tell you what, this is not, definitely not an instructional video on how to work on a car. Not even close. Of course, some of the instructional videos that I watched leading up to working on this car, they're not instructional. No, I wouldn't listen to them. I don't know. Maybe. I really don't know. I felt comfortable with the way this car was until fucking mechanics started talking shit to me. And if you find a mechanic that wasn't talking shit, he was a mechanic that worked on cars in the 70s and the 80s. And they didn't have no damn bolts like this. They didn't have no aluminum heads and technology that they got. You know, they didn't have metal head gaskets and shit. Everything was cast iron and felt. And you know, fucking use a waxy piece of rope to fucking for a motor seal, you know?
I don't know why that.
Nowadays there's some kind of fancy plastic shit in there.
I don't need this.
I don't mind using fancy shit, but it's just not very common knowledge. It is to me now.
Why?
And I also, like, put the fucking intake back on. I think if you watch the videos, I'm like, what's this fucking oil? And when I put the intake on, I got oil all over the fucking front of the intake, all over the side of the head, some dripping down there. There was about 1/8 of a cup that poured out right at the wrong time of oil. 1/8 of a cup. Fortunately, a lot of it poured out on the front of the car.
One finger.
It poured out of the intake because I was putting the intake on the fucking manifold.
And it pops loose. But I can't do
So
it.
then what I gotta do? I gotta go fucking Google.
Okay, I don't have to worry about
Is it normal for fucking oil to be pouring out of the intake as you're putting it back on the head? And no, that's engine blow by, and that goes through your PCV valve and goes back in the intake, and it just happens to different cars at different rates over different periods of time. If it happens all at once, then it's bad because your pistons are leaking. If it happens over 100,000 miles, then well, yeah, it's just kind of expected that there's going to be some oil that goes back through your PCV valve. You know, air comes out of your, comes out of your valves, I think, and yeah, out of your valves and back through the PCV valve into your intake to burn up this old blowback, pressure, air that comes out of your cylinders. However, that fucking sounds crazy as hell. So I'm like, oh, thank God. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing seriously wrong with it. But I did wonder, am I putting something back together that's fucking broken and it's spitting oil into the, you know, in the plim on the intake? So it's a weird intake. Seems like it's all one part. It seems like there used to be two parts. You had like a fucking plenum, and then you had the injector.
Take that plenum off. I can take it off then.
But
you're skinny.
But it was kind of nice that I took it off and I looked. I'm like, dude, you spilled oil all over the fucking head there. And I didn't at that point, I didn't even know where the oil came from. So now I got to wipe it off and clean out the air intakes on the head and wipe the oil off. And I made sure that I could see where the oil showed me where the intake wasn't sealing. So I beefed up the seal a little bit. I'd like to put new rings in it, but it looks like it just smashed the hell out of them anyway. So O-rings, you know, on the seals. So there it is. Fucking battery ran out. And where I'm at right now is I got the head back on. I torched it down. I got all the thermostat and electronics on the right side. Thermostat housing, everything hooked back up to the head. I got to put the timing cover on. That takes me about an hour to put the timing cover on, and me about half an hour to put the valve cover back on, and about half an hour to plug everything back in. Take me about a half an hour probably to put the damn that fucking thing called water pump pulley. Put that sucker on there. That's a pain in the ass. There's only one way to do it. From underneath, get underneath, put it on from top, get it set where it looks good. Don't touch it. Go underneath. Don't touch it. Just put the bolt in the wrench, put it up there, and wiggle it until it goes in the hole. Rock it back and forth till you feel it go in, and then spin it and hope you got it. And once you got one of them, then that's okay. Put the next one in, spin it. Next one in, spin it. The other ones go. So half an hour, put that sprocket on. I put my tensioner back on. I got the two idle bearings. I got a new idle bearing too. The one was bad. So all the idle bearings are good now. Put the serpentine belt back on. Go back over, look over everything real well. Connect the battery and turn the key. Now they say that I'm supposed to take and rotate this crank 2 times to see that the timing marks come back again. I did that last time. I don't see any point in doing that. I know they're the timing marks. I see them. I see the color. I see the dot. I know it's on there just like it was when I took it off, just like it was last time when I turned it over. And it's not that much trouble to yank the timing chain cover off and readjust it, even if it's not right. But it is right. There's no way it can change. It's not mathematically possible. So at that point, it's just like hook up the fucking battery and turn the key, say a prayer, and turn the key. So I'll probably rest tonight and do it in the morning, 4 hours. I'm 4 hours for done. 18 hours. 18 hours from, well, if I had to do the serpentine belt, I would say 19 hours plus 4. Generally, I would say to turn for a guy with, just simple tools, doing everything correctly. Change a head gasket on a Kia Optima, 09 Optima Kia. To take about 25 hours. So really good mechanic maybe do it in 18 or 20. And and he has to go get parts. That's pretty hopping rate though. Pretty hopping. I feel it. Oh man, I can feel it in my bones. But there you go. I got it all fucked up. I'm fucking worried. I don't know how many times in my life I've been a failure. I don't know how many times I've been a success. And I don't know if it's a failure or a success. Sure know this. That's life, folks. That's fucking life.